Alright, what's up everybody? So on today's vlog, we are here in downtown, and the good news is I am now starting the shop for an apartment building. So today's actually our first day, and we are here on the north side of the Las Vegas Valley, and we are located on the east side of the Las Vegas Strip. In this area here, I would consider it more of a D-class apartment style living. But there's a couple units that we're going to take a look at. So we have a single story down here that we're going to go down, which is on Sunrise. And this one is a 14 unit, and we also have another 14 unit back here. And they're doing some construction on this new 14 unit building as well. So we're going to take a look at that. So let's go. So right in back of me, this is the 14 unit that I was talking about. This one right here is the 2317 Sunrise Ave, and the sellers on this one is asking 1.995 on here, and the cap rate on this is 5.57%. Like I said, you have a total of 14 units. What I do like about this one is it's all single story, and what I like about single story apartment buildings is that if you ever have water damage from the second floor, it tends to leak down to the first floor, and you have double the cost of problems. On this one's a single story, so if you have a flood, the chances of it getting more damage is very slim. On this unit here, all the appliances are included in the sale of this transaction. Now it does say it's been remodeled, completely renovated, and it's 100% occupied. However, I've noticed some of these investors, when they actually rehab these properties, they kind of put lipstick on a pig. So for me, it's more of the interior, as far as like the bones of the home, that I really take a look at, and that's the reason why you're gonna have to do a home inspection on here. But on this one, it still looks like it needs a little bit work. And also what I realize is a lot of investors, what they're doing now is they're buying these apartment buildings, rehabbing it, and they're asking top dollar for it. And like this one, it says it's gonna spit out 5.57% returns. But now the question is, if I spend, all right, $2 million, is it really worth my time? Because I could possibly take $2 million and leverage that out and get a higher percentage of returns. I mean, what are your thoughts about this unit, Rudy?
It looks like it has potential. It's gonna need some work and stuff, but I think it has good potential.
Would you live here?
If I was single, yeah.
But not your wife?
No, I wouldn't bring a family in here. But if I was a young man and if I was single, yeah, I would, yeah.
Now here's the thing. Honestly, I don't know if I would be interested in this unless if the price was a little bit older. But like I said, I'm actually just getting started right now, so I want to get my feet wet. I really want to see what's physically out here and also the condition of these type of units. But for $2 million, I think I can leverage it out and get something better. But let's go take a look at the other units up here, because they look like they have been renovated a lot better. And it looks like the average rents out here are going to be around $650 to $850. It just depends. Okay. Now, what I realized for my personal rental properties is I don't have an apartment building. I just have single-family residence. I normally pay for the sewage and also for the trash. The reason why I do that is because these are voluntary liens, and I don't want the tenants not to pay for them. Next thing you know, I get a lien against my property, and I got to pay additional fines and fees. So what I do is I pay for sewage and trash, but sewage and trash will run you about $130 for every quarter. But what I do is I apply that towards the rents. Now this is a 10-unit building, but they actually have two side by side. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna take a look at it. So on this 10-unit building, you're asking 2.75 million on here, which is, I think it is a little bit high. But what it really comes down to is what your rate of return is. And as an investor, these are the things that you look at. Now, for me, spending $3 million, making, you know, a 10% return, is it worth it in today's market? Yes. I'm not saying that's what this generates until you start looking at a bunch of units and taking a look at the rent rolls. And that's another thing I learned. With these rent rolls, a couple challenges that you're going to have. When you have about 20 units, it's normally ran like more mom and pop shops where you don't get the rent roll, so it's hard to finance. Also, when you get into the financing, especially with non-conforming, you want to keep it around 1.3 or above. Anything below that, you're not going to get financing. It's very hard to find financing. And like I said, with the rent rolls, you're definitely going to need the rent rolls, so that way you can support the asking price for the home. But I mean, this one is really nice. I mean, you got what, 10 units here and another 10 units here, so you have a total of 20 units. But on this one, I think it's actually 20 units for 7.5, it looks like. Now this one was built in 1957. Now what I realized, and by doing construction, homes out here that were built in 1957, you're gonna have to check the sewage line. You're gonna have to run the cameras, okay? When I bought one of my first investment properties, I think it was built in the early 50s, 60s, the sewage was actually built through cast iron. After time, it starts to erode that cast iron. And what happens is all that pressure from the ground and that soil collapses that cast iron. So that's the reason why it's so important to snake these, the return lines or the plumbing on it. It's so important. Because I went through that whole issue. I had to cut a hole into my concrete floor and get all that stuff replaced. So that's something to look at. Now also I noticed some of these windows have been replaced, which is a good thing. And one thing I've always noticed with these apartment buildings is the roof, especially with the flat roofs. The lifespan on a flat roof is less than like 30 years. So that's something that you have to count and take into consideration. But I mean, this one is not that bad. I mean, right, Rudy?
Yeah, it's pretty clean, decent.
But for me, I like to have everything all brand new. And the reason why is because you're going to get the quality tenants. And also comes down to screening your tenants. Now, the reason why I really want a 30-unit building is because that's where it starts to make sense to hire a property manager. Anything below that, then it's really cutting right into your costs, or cutting into your investments. The numbers start making sense when you have 30 units and above. I just realized that, so by analyzing the numbers. But let's go take a look at another unit. All right, we figured because we're here right now, we're gonna go take a look at this one. This one right here is getting a rehab, and this is actually a 20-unit building, right? So let's come up this way. So on this 20-unit building, as you can see, they're repainting everything, redoing all the fences and stuff like that. They're getting ready to get this thing on the market. Now, a lot of rehabbers, what they do is once they rehab this property, they typically are going to have to rent it out for 2 years to collect those rent rolls to force the appreciation up. That's the reason why I love apartment buildings, because even though the market tanks, you're still going to make a lot of money because the value is based upon the rent rolls. Keep that in mind. It's all about forced appreciation. As we're walking through this 3-unit apartment building, right, I want you to look very closely as far as the structural, and you tell me, what do you see? I'm not going to point it out to you. You just tell me the most expensive thing that you do see in here that could be concerning to you.
Maybe the flooring?
Bing, 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 bing.
I was right?
You're right.
Is it expensive to get rid of the popcorn ceilings?
Basically, you're looking at about $2 a square foot. You got to spray it with water, let it soak, then you got to scrape the shit out of it. We're going to head over to... what is that place called? I just lost my train of thought.
Where's it at?
Rudy, help me out. Oh, Naked City. That's
Naked
right.
City.
So we're gonna head over to Naked City. So what Naked City is, the area for Naked City is between old downtown Las Vegas and the new Las Vegas Strip. So within that corridor, there's a lot of new construction that's taking place and a lot of rehabbers that are rehabbing apartment buildings. So there's actually one that's a 12-unit building where I'm very interested in. On this one, they actually do a daily rental, like an Airbnb. So I think it could be pretty lucrative. So we're gonna go and check that one out. So you're probably wondering what we are doing here. Well, we decided to make a pit stop. We're gonna do some Instagram shots. Here we go. Bro. Rudy just rented this lens. Also, real quick, Rudy is a photographer for weddings as well, and he does videos, right? So if you guys want to hire Rudy, right, he's not cheap, but he's the best. Make sure to give him a call.
Sigma 105 1.4.
Dude, look
the
at this
best lens that you can get for shooting people.
Oh my gosh. This thing is huge. Oh, you see Rudy's face? Scared the hell out of him, didn't it? In back of me, what we have is a 12-unit apartment building in the art district. This is actually considered the art district lofts, I guess. And what I like about this area is you got the old downtown here on the north end of the strip. Then on the south side, you have the new Las Vegas strip. And in between, you do have the Naked City. You're gonna see a lot of young entrepreneurs, guys that, you know, don't really have cars and stuff like that, or ladies that don't have cars. This is kind of more like the tech area. This is like the new millennial area. I guess I would say it's kind of like Silicon Valley mixed in between San Diego downtown. What are your thoughts, Rudy?
It reminded me of Portland, like downtown Portland when we were coming here.
Yeah.
It's definitely for the up-and-coming, young, successful people, the tech-based industry.
Well, give me this. So let me ask you this, Rudy.
Yes.
I'll put you on blast.
All right.
What would you say about this area? Like, is it like more like a downtown hip hop kind of?
Yeah. It's for like if you've ever been to like somewhere like Portland or like downtown LA where it's like young, I would say 22 to maybe late 20s, early 30s, like career-based people. Because Tony Shea developed this, I think. So it's like upcoming professional people. It's that vibe. It's like hip restaurants, bars, and stuff like that. Fashion. It's artwork all over the place. It's a nice spot.
Well, I think Rudy described it better than me, so. On this one right here is a 12 unit. Like I said, the asking price on here is $1,325,000, and it says the cap rate on here is 7%, which is really good. I just like the fact that this is a up and coming new area. There's a lot of things that still need to be done here, because you know you're gonna have vagrants kind of rolling in and out, but they're starting to clean it up. So if you can get ahead of the curve, I think this does have a potential. Mm-hmm. Now, I know on this deal there was an offer on here, but I'm probably gonna be I will be sending over a backup offer if the numbers actually make sense. So on these ones right here, these are all studios. So there's no rooms on these whatsoever. The laundry rooms, they actually have its own private laundry room. So what that means is this. We're gonna go back down this way already. Now, this 12 unit here, okay, the way that the owners are running this is actually Airbnb. So they rent this out on a daily basis as well. I think it's like $40 a day. But that's the reason why I'm pretty intrigued with this. I love the fact that you have the gates, redid all the pavers, you got the private parking here. I mean, this is a pretty nice unit. And I do love the wood planks. I don't know if I'm feeling that green grass. I mean, you feeling that green grass right there?
It's different.
Yeah, it is though, right?
Yeah, it's different.
So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and on the other side, there's another 6. So total 12. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parking stalls, which is great. I do love the fact that you got the gate here. This guy's got a Ring doorbell, and he's got this code right here, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know why they have that here?
I do not. Oh, Airbnb. Maybe they can let their guests in without being here?
That is correct. See how genius that is, bro?
That is.
So basically what you're going to do is turn the rooms. They'll come and turn the rooms. You give them the code. And as soon as they want to rent it out, here's the code.
One-time code in this.
Yep. You're in and out. And you know what? We're going to lock you out if you ain't out.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Love that. Great idea. Would you put a wall over here, or would you just leave this?
I'd probably put a wall.
Okay. So this looks like all of your cable lines here. Cable. Here's all the individual. The only thing about with the Airbnb is you got to pay for all the power. I probably would just convert this over into just apartment living, right? $800 a month, fully furnished. Boom. You know, you have to deal with the turnovers. That's what I don't want to deal with, the turnovers.
Yeah, true.
But the one I really want is the one across the street. Let's go take a look at that. Did we lock everything all up, Rudy?
Yeah.
All right, let's go take a look at this one.
Cool.
So the one that I really like is this one right here, and it was actually from the same developer. I've been following these apartment buildings for some time. The reason why I like this one is because it's literally on 3rd Street, and 3rd Street is like the main street as far as like the art district, because that's where we're at, in the art district, and this is like in the heart of everything. And like I said, for all the young entrepreneurs, the millennials, you know, you guys don't have cars, you guys just want to walk right outside your door to a restaurant. I mean, there's so much restaurants here, and I think every first Friday here in Vegas, before the coronavirus, they would block all this out. Food trucks galore, people playing the bongos, you know what I mean? Yeah. All that. It was tight. Now, take a look how beautiful this one is with the stack stone, and they actually have a restaurant that you can literally rent out here too as well. But I don't think they want to sell this one just yet, and I think it was on the market at some time. So as you can see here it is right here, the storefront. Beautiful Thai restaurant right there. Look at this. I'm telling you, it's like the downtown art district. Look, you got the bikes you can rent, but now this is a beautiful rehab. Okay, this is the ideal for me. This is what, 2, 4. This is an 8 unit, completely rehabbed, right? New everything, new AC roof. I mean, new air conditioning, new roof, new windows. This thing is gorgeous, and it's also a single story, and it is all wood and stucco. Okay. As far as efficiency wise, this is it right here. So check this out. I actually just got a text from a YouTube subscriber regarding the last video I did about my backyard. If you guys have not had a chance to see that, go ahead and I'll probably have a link here or somewhere. If not, it's actually going to be in the description below. But anyway, this person literally just sent me a text that says, "Hey Chakits, I saw your backyard YouTube video. Which company did you use to attach the cover patio?" Now, normally I like to collaborate with other people or local businesses out here, but I'm gonna say, you know what? You were very rude to me, so you get no referrals. It is what it is. So normally I'm a pretty cool dude and I love to give out businesses, but you know, when you start treating people like crap, that's not cool, especially when you run a business. Business is all about relationship driven, you know? And here's the thing, never pass judgment on anybody. And I've learned that in business, because you don't know that one person could change your life. And that's the truth. Let me know in the comments below if you guys really like this type of content. I know that we started really integrating the real estate vlogs. Some of you guys like it, some of you guys don't. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys really do like it, I will add more and more of this type of comment. If you guys have not had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe channel button. That really does help us out. Also, give us a thumbs up. The reason why you got to give us a thumbs up, it helps out the algorithm, exposes these videos to a bigger audience, and also hit that notification button too. Other than that, till next time, peace.